So in today's War Thunder video, we're going to be looking at the KV1E, which is a vehicle that is currently on sale for the Fatherland tournament, I guess, for War Thunder. It's a little bit of an odd thing that this thing is coming around again, but it is a vehicle that I would highly recommend if you just want a vehicle that is just really good, and then also is able to go and do your specials, your dailies, your events, whatever you really want it to do, just because this thing is quite amazing. As you can see here, we do have some lovely weebery on the front of this thing, and if you want these decals or body pillows or whatever you want to call them, they will be in the link in the description of this video, and I'll probably also pin like a pinned comment or something. But yeah, this is the KV1E. We're going to be trying it out, showing you guys what it's all about, and you can get this vehicle right now in the game of War Thunder for 3,200 golden eagles, which I do believe is around like 20 USD whenever you do think about it. So this vehicle also is in a German tree. The only difference about it is with the KV1B is that you don't see German guns because you're German, and it does not have a smoke shell. So if you want to see what the similarities of them would be, you just go to the German tree, look at the KV1B, and then you can see it's just all bushed up because I did do a video on this thing. But it also does not have a smoke shell, and then it also does not have to face German guns, which, to be honest, can be a positive for it. But then you're kind of just set there having to face a bunch of the KV tanks, which are heavy tanks. And the downside of this vehicle definitely is the gun, which is not the greatest at the end of the day of things. You have the MD8 fuse shell, which only has about 88 millimeters of pin, which means that for this tank to be very good, you have to learn weak spots of the tanks that you'll be facing and just what other tanks can easily pin you. Stuff like the M10 Wolverine, stuff like, you know, the T-34-85s, if you see them from like Finland or something like that. Whenever it comes to this vehicle, it is very much susceptible to getting, you know, memed on by just larger caliber cannons whenever it comes to War Thunder. So we are in a slight little up tier whenever it comes to this vehicle. You want to be looking for stuff like the 76, or you want to look for vehicles like the Sherman Firefly, because those types of vehicles, to me at least, are the ones that are going to give you a huge problem whenever it comes to the KV1E. But for the majority of everything else, like the 75s from just like the regular Shermans, or, you know, even the Panzer IV gun can sometimes bounce on you because the armor of the KVs are just extremely trolly, especially if people are bushed up and they kind of just, you know, do what they really want to do with it. But yeah, this vehicle overall, I'd say, is a really good pickup if you want something that's just able to be a tank. Like, it's the most, it's like the vehicle in War Thunder to me that I would say is the most tanky tank. And what I mean by that is that you're able to take a lot of shells whenever it comes to actually, you know, defending yourself against, you know, other vehicles. So whenever I'm playing this map, I always like to clear up there first. I usually keep my eye on there and also keep my eye on the little sniper ridge, and then, you know, kind of go in here, you know, try to get some people whenever it comes to that. We did get his machine gunner. I was hoping to get a lot more on that, but for some reason, Stewart and Mills, they always just take a ton of shots and then also just get those shots that don't even want to pin. A Panzer IV is also a really, you know, difficult target to kill. Also, again, it doesn't want to, you know, do a ton of damage. I do have the HEs, but I don't really trust it sometimes. Did at least get his gunner. Probably should load HE, but, you know, it is kind of what it is on this one. I wish this dude would kind of go somewhere else. Stewart and Mills are really potent gun, though, so I really don't want to be shot by it, to be quite honest with you. This dude's quite just in my, like, personal, you know, area and personal space, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, you're just kind of going to die doing that sort of thing, my dude. I don't know why he was like, let's just go up on a KV. That dude actually gave me a really good shot to actually shoot at him. You know, let's see if we can do that again. There we go. A little bit too much of a little undercarriage I was able to shoot at from him, which is pretty amazing. I actually kind of remember that. I was like, I could pin the bottom of his tank, actually. I was going to go for the, like, lower transmission, but then I was like, nah, it's probably not worth it. There we go. Get him with the HE. Oh, there's another one. Cool. This is why in War Thunder you always bring HEs. I forgot I don't have a stabilizer. I kind of forget that sometimes playing these vehicles. There we go. Get him with an HE. What else is there? That was also pretty worrying as well. Yeah, you got under the turret, sadly. So normally this is where bushes come into effect. You just bring a bunch of bushes and no one can actually, like, see you and kind of see what you do. So that's a KV1 over there as well. It is kind of in this situation, to be quite honest with you, I wish I was in a Sherman just so I could side scrape a little bit more effectively. Just with the stabilizers, because I'm kind of forgetting that, you know, it kind of goes down. While this dude is on his side, though, I want to try to get him, because he is a big threat for this gun, at least, which I'm not sure what he's did. Smoke's kind of cleared him up. He's kind of looking there. I'm not going to be able to get him. I do know now that they're rushing me, which isn't the greatest in the world. I do have like a full team behind me, and also just going to get bombed. That's another thing to quite notice about this thing. You're going to get bombed a ton with this. It's kind of annoying, and also he just literally took his own bomb, and it did not kill him. War Thunder, please fix. So now we're in the KV1E with some bushes, as you can see here. I know a lot of people dislike this sort of playstyle. I don't know whatever this man's trying to do with his bushes, but this was one of the things in War Thunder that I kind of wish was like not there in a way. Because the reason I have the same bush and I have a 6-pack of these bushes is because I bought these whenever they first came out for War Thunder, and sadly Gaijin didn't take them away. I'm not really sure why they didn't take them away, because you know you can't buy them anymore. But if you already bought them at the time, you could just keep them. And honestly, it's pretty overpowered. As you can tell with this, you barely can even tell the silhouette of my tank. So yeah, it's definitely a skill issue if you can't kill this thing whenever it comes to the bushes. Just saying, but man, it is a little bit rough. So you may be also asking, why am I taking 50 shells or 55 shells if we count the HE? And to be quite honest with you, it's just because of the lethality of this thing. So I've had games where I use a ton of shells just because either, you know, we're stomping the enemy, or there's just, I'm having to take a lot of shots. So I definitely don't like running out of shells in War Thunder. I do understand that, you know, it does make your ammo rack technically bigger, but for the KV1E, to be quite honest with you, the ammo rack, as you can see, is down in the bottom of the tank, and it really doesn't do much whenever it comes to that as well. What is this guy over here? Let's see here. What are you? He is also bushed up. It looks like a Churchill. So yeah, cool. Let's see here. Sadly, I don't think he's good enough to be able to hit the weak spot on top of the turret. This guy's going to be quite annoying though. So yeah, let's just try to get rid of him. I don't want to load a HE if I don't have to. Okay, it's just a Churchill 3. We'll load a HE since we're coming up on him now. So for me at least, the reason I'm so like hesitant to just like load HE is because of the caliber of this cannon. I wish that's another HE one up there, but the caliber is only 76. So, I mean, an HE round, to be quite honest with you, is not going to do much whenever it comes to anything. Like, honestly, I should probably just load HE for this mission, but, you know, I don't actually know what's happening here. Let's try to get his gunner. What are you? Hey, we're just loading HE. There's way too much stuff over here that's just, like, memeable with HEs. There we go. Hang on. What else is here that's a HE magnet? So many light vehicles, man. So many. He was trying to hide versus the KV swarm. I mean, as you can see, there's just a ton of people playing this thing right now. I mean, look, the people at the top right now are the KVs. I've kind of just been struggling. I don't really know what was up with this match. I honestly think that like my downfall to this match was definitely just not loading HEs. Like there was so many just lightly armored vehicles at the start that I should have just like said, you know, HE's the way to go. But I don't know. Like I said, the cannon itself kind of worries me whenever it comes to that, because it's a very small one. And if you have an HE loaded, the reload's not the best. I mean, you're still at 6.2 seconds for the ace crew. So, I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but there's definitely things that cannot reload you. You know, imagine having like half of your team like still here, still alive, still kicking, and you're about to just be spawn camped by a bunch of just KVs. Man, that's quite insane, to be quite honest with you guys. I know they detect me, but you know what? I don't care, because I'm a KV. KV strong. So here, we got a Sherman. Another thing is we don't have the gun depression to deal with some of these guys, so we do have to kind of worry about that in a way. Oh, we got a little car thingy. Hello there. Yes, I'm a KV. I have no gun depression, but, you know, you can keep shooting me all you really want to. He's going to try to go for the gun, isn't he? Oh, he's just giving me the side of the track. Oh, someone already got him. Leave me alone. They're coming up from all the sides. Oh my god, this is insane, guys. Like, it truly is. It's really sad to be like 100%. It's just really sad. You know what I said about this thing just being a tanky tank? This is kind of what I mean. I mean, we have 3 KV1Es just in their spawn. Basically, there's nothing they can do. Gaijin, please fix. That's never going to go up in VR. What a wonderful life we live here. The KV Supremes. Just have a bunch of people. Man, this tank is just insane, and I'm playing pretty poorly with it, and it's still going crazy. So yeah, this is the KV1E. If you want a vehicle that is just going to be able to push whatever you really want it to do, whether it be battle pass challenges, whether it be just anything within the game, daily specials, you know, even the War Thunder events which have been coming out, it is definitely, to me at least, a pickup, especially at the price of around like $20 ish. That's like 3,500. So like, it's definitely worth it. Even if like you just want it to like even like SL wise, it's really good for grinding that sort of stuff out. So yeah, hope all of you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys in the next War Thunder video.